Alright guys, I'm going to make this really quick. I pride myself in the quality of the races I'm able to give you as far as on visual appearance goes. In order to keep this event at this track, I'm being safe and I turned off a bunch of stuff because I tried recording on the night track twice and it did not want to work. I'm also not using Bandicam because Bandicam is being really stupid right now for some reason. I'm using the video for the first time in a while and I'm just hoping that it doesn't freeze up like it was the last time I used it several months ago. There's been a lot of game driver updates, so I just wanted to get that out of the way. So it's cloudy, 43 degrees, day track again. So this race will likely go up the day after the heats instead of the same day. I'm gonna try and get back in my motivation here. I don't want to be a downer on you guys. So 100 laps here at Charlotte. It's the last race of the round of 15. Andrew Rich, Dale Lightning, Skye Commons, they're all locked into the round of 10. Ryan Brommer comes in 43 points above the cut line. Seth Cole 23, Young 19, Mendez 15, Zorlin 13, all those guys, they have to finish a certain position to be good no matter what. Everyone else below them, it all depends on the variables that take place. Gardner is 2 points above the cut line. Hunter Braxton has the tiebreaker over teammate Eli Bright. Matthew Logan 10 out. Baran 16. Lorenza 17. And Samet Oskin 28 as some shadow just freaked me out a little bit. Anyway, let's get to your top 10 starting lineup real quick. Skye Commons, Cavanero in row 1. Andrew Richdale Lightning row 2. Dylan Young and Jonathan Zorlin in row 3. Enzo Nereza, Nico Tringali row 4 with Matthew Logan and Eli Bright in row 5.
Y'all come say it with me. Drivers, start your engine!
As you can see, there's a lot of stuff that's off. Let's go through the rest of your starting lineup for playoff contenders. Johnny Gardner starts in 12th, Mendez 14th, Oskin 15th, Seth Cole 23rd, Baran 24th, and Ryan Brommer 36th, Braxton 38th. And dang, what the heck happened to Magora? Bad lap time for him. Likely blew up right at the start, I would think. So Braxton and Brommer have some holes to dig out. Brommer's got to finish at least 33rd. Braxton needs to finish way better than this. Eli Bright starting up in 10th. So he's going to have his work cut out for him here today. But again, this is the last time I'll say it. As you can see, this is not top quality. I mean, everything's clear and readable, but as far as like all the effects that make it look realistic, that's not here in this video. I'm going to consider going back to a different version of Charlotte in the future because this is just not what I like doing. But in order to keep it consistent, the heat races were on this version of the track, and therefore the main event will be run on this version of the track. This green flag is out going through turns 1 and 2. Now this is the first time it's been cloudy weather all race or at all for the racing here at this track. Now both attempts of my night race were in clear weather too, so this is going to be very new for me as far as the racing we're going to see happen. Skye Commons trying to clear Cavanero for the lead, and he'll get it done for now. Andrew Rich, though, up here looking for another victory on the season. Fighting side by side for second with Alan Cavanero. As we're 2 laps in, I made it only 15 laps the first time, 36 the second time. I want to get all the way through it the third time, where I probably won't have the motivation to do it again for a few days. Cavanero is not making it easy for Andrew to pass him on the inside. It looks like maybe cloudy weather is giving a bit of an advantage to the top. Andrew Rich trying to perhaps prove me wrong. Still side by side with Alan Cavanero for second. Zorlin, ooh, with a bad angle. He'll go all the way up to the top lane. Nareza trying to pass Zorlin in fourth. And I'm not going to do commercial breaks, guys, because it just doesn't seem to work at a track like this. And the thing that boggles my mind the most is this track was made by BBMC, and I used Chicagoland and ISM, which was made by them, and I did not have the issues I'm experiencing with this racetrack, so I'm not sure what it is I could do to fix what's going on. Except maybe get a better graphics card, I don't know. But anyway, Zorlin will pass Andrew Rich for third, as Cavanero is looking for the lead from his playoff teammate Skye Commons. He knows Commons is locked into the next round. He wants to come get a win for himself. Zorlin making a move. Rich makes a move as well. 3 wide for second place through 3 and 4. As that will allow Commons to drive away. There's still 3 wide at Charlotte. And there's still 3 wide. Andrew Rich trying to get the bottom to bite. Zorlin trying to make the middle work. Nareza's just trying to find a line that will work for him. They have been 3 wide for an entire lap, and finally Cavanero will fall back side by side with teammate Nareza, as they're not really losing Skye Commons. And through 1 and 2, does Zorlin get a good run off the corner here? No, not quite. Still even with Andrew Rich for second. And let's take a look at your fast lap times. Fastest on the board is Nareza. Maybe he's going to get that first win of the season here today. Joe Gibbs Racing, all 3 cars in the top 5. Andrew Rich is still trying to pass Jonathan Zorlin for second place. In clear conditions on 2X, the window was about 34 to 36 laps. So I'm predicting in cloudy it will be a more 31 to 33. But man, Rich and Zorlin are going at it for second, and they're not losing Commons whatsoever. Now Nareza will make a move to the inside of Zorlin, as Rich will clear Zorlin into turn 3. And now Rich will have an opportunity to track down and maybe pass Skye Commons. Zorlin in line in third. Nareza trying to hold off Cavanero for fourth. Lightning is sixth. Bright seventh. Young eighth. Tringali ninth. And Mendez 10th. Gardner 13th. Logan 16th. Oskin 18th. Baran Oscus 22nd. Brommer 26th now. Semco 29th. And Braxton in 33rd. Well, guys, I am taking a break, you know, like I just need it So we're going to take a break, and we'll be back with more action from Charlotte. We're back here at Charlotte. Jonathan Zorlin has taken the race lead away from Skye Commons as he moves into the point looking for what would be his third win of the season. Behind him now in second is Andrew Rich. These two had a pretty fierce battle for a few laps for what was second. Can Rich catch back up to Zorlin and fight him out for the lead? Commons down to third, and Nerez is still fourth, as now Cavanero fighting with Eli Bright for fifth place. Marty Johnson into the top 10 in ninth, and a battle for 10th between teammates Nico Tringali and Jesse Turner. There's a huge gap from 15th to 16th as the field really begins to spread itself out. Marty Johnson will take 8th place away from Dylan Young without much of a fight. Man, Johnson is flying. He does have the second fastest time on the board, and man, he really is flying. This 23 car is on rails. I don't know where he started, but he has a fast race car, and he'll go right on by Lightning now for 7th place. Could the round one eliminee be an underdog to win this race? We haven't seen speed like this from him in a long time. He is certainly closing in the gap. Zorlin better not look back now, because that 23 car is coming. In regards to the playoff picture, Seth Cole is continuing to struggle. He's down to 34th. Meanwhile, Braxton is 29th, slowly moving his way up through the field. Ryan Brommer 22nd, Oskin 23rd, Baran-Oskus 21st. Now Baran-Oskus up to 20th now. Logan 19th. Gardner 13th, Mendez 12th. Young in 9th, Lightning in 8th. We know he's locked in. Bright in 6th. Right now, Bright would be gaining a lot more points than Braxton. But Marty Johnson has made it up to this group as the top 7 begin to drive away. Is it the fact that Johnson's got so much speed, or do these guys just lack speed? They are really falling back. As Johnson fights on the inside of Bright, he's going to clear him and dive to the inside of the Reza. That is for 5th place for Marty Johnson. Not quite clear yet. Cavanero looking for 3rd from Skye Commons. And Cavanero did not hold on to his side-by-side action with Commons, and then the Reza came up, put him to the bottom, but Cavi was able to clear into turn 3. The Reza holding off Johnson for now, as he'll challenge Cavi for 4th place. Closing in on pit stops, probably about 7 laps away. We'll see if anyone is able to make an attempt at gaining some positions here, as Johnson will go to the outside of Nereza, trying to take away this position. Ooh, and he had it at the start-finish line. Johnson looking for 5th. He'll fly away from him on the top side, and ooh, Nereza had to check up, and that gives Eli Bright 6th place. Johnson just really in the zone right now as he closes up on Alan Cavanero for what would be 4th place. To the inside he looks, and to the inside into turn 1 he goes. Even with the 18, Down the back straightaway. Eli Bright was looking, but he fades back. Could Marty Johnson be the first non-playoff winner of the playoffs? He was a playoff driver in round 1, but he got eliminated. And he'll clear Cavanero for 4th. And now Cavi is going to get shuffled back to 6th place as Eli Bright takes a position away from him. Nerez is starting to falter back a little bit, but holding on for now as Jonathan Zorlin beginning to pull away. We're just here waiting for pit stops to commence. Seth Cole still struggling in 34th. See, there's the 15, really far back now. About a 3-second gap from 32nd Fitzwater to Zane Beckett. There's Hunter Braxton in 26th, continuing to make his way through the field slowly. Oskin in front of him, 24th. And Matthew Logan there in what is now 20th as Corey Riggs has a problem. Riggs hit the line in 16th. That'll move everyone up. Moran Oscus up to 19th. Brommer 17th. We should stay green. There's Johnny Gardner in 13th and Mendes right in front of him in 12th. And never mind, the caution flag comes out as Chris Wheeler has wrecked right in front of the field. Zorlin nowhere to go! Commons, Nereza, no Cavineros in it. Oh no, Eli Bright was involved. Oh, don't get more people into it. Oskin's car destroyed, Zorlin destroyed, there's more wrecking. That's Magora and Tringali now. What on earth is going on? And it was not Commons, it was Nereza and Cavanero. Marty Johnson involved, Corey Riggs. We saw Oskin. There's Nereza's car destroyed. Does Hunter Braxton have damage? He does. Oh man, everyone's going to come to pit road here, I think on lap 32. We'll get to see what on earth happened. Something started with Chris Wheeler. Well, let's take a look at it. Alright, here we go. We actually had just passed them when this began. Something starts right here. Braxton's peeking down on Oskin and he just gets into him a little bit. That sends him up the track. Oskin's going to hit the wall first and Braxton slides up into him too. They're unable to save it and around they go. And this is what started everything. Two playoff contenders knowing, Braxton knowing he needs to get to the front and he just gets a little too aggressive and he gets into Oskin. And then Tremblay's got nowhere to go. Bishop gets clipped. Seth Cole barely misses this. Magor is going to get a piece of it. And then there's Chris Wheeler into the 45. Braxton's going to be able to drive away from this. But all these cars take heavy hits. And then there's Corey Riggs. And now some cars took this, some did not. And what eventually is going to happen here is Chris Wheeler's trying to get back going. Oskin's in his way here, so he waits. And then Marty Johnson had just gotten up to second too. Oh, wow. I had not realized this had happened. Johnson was about to challenge Zorlin for the lead. But Chris Wheeler is trying to get going on the track. He should have turned down for the apron. I'm not really sure why he didn't. And then Zorlin's looking low, and then boom, into him he goes. Rich has nowhere to go. Cavanero clipped, and Nereza nowhere to go. Marty Johnson got into this. And then here comes everyone else. Oh, man. Cavanero's gonna get missed by lightning. Johnson went straight to pit road. Eli Bright slammed on the brakes. Well, no, Eli Bright was involved in this, I think. And then Eli almost comes up right in front of, I believe that was Jones and Brommer. But man, oh man, what a accident. Let's take you to the race restart. Getting ready to go back racing, and something is amiss on Skye Commons' car. But out of the race, Enzo Nereza, Jonathan Zorlin, and Samet Oskin. Those are the big three to look at. Braxton and Bright will continue. Something's wrong with Commons. Riggs is a lap down. This puts Dale Lightning into the lead, your top 10, including Commons, who's coming to pit road. Commons, Lightning, Young, Turner, Gardner, Sakuli, Mendez, Jones, Brommer, and Deaver. If you remove Commons, 10th place is Baran-Oscus, and he is coming to pit road, so a problem for the 19 machine. And Joe Gibbs Racing, man, cannot catch a break. Also out of the race, Magora, Tremblay, and Wheeler. We'll see how long we go green flag this run, and what the damage will be like for Braxton and Bright, because remember, they came in on a tiebreaker. Battle for the lead between Dylan Young and Dale Lightning. Nereza came in outside the cut line, so he's done. Zorlin came in 13 points. It's going to be close for him. And then who was the other one? Oh yes, Samet Oskin. Oskin came in a hole as well, so he's done too. So we know for certain that Oskin and Nereza are eliminated. But the rest remain to be seen. Again, Braxton and Bright tied coming into the race. Logan 10 points out, Baran-Oscus 16 out. We know Zorlin is going to get very minimal points. So that just kind of remains to be seen, but a great battle for the lead right now between Lightning and Young. Johnny Gardner in third. Mendez 5th. Baran-Oscus is 7th. Brommer up to 10th. Skye Commons a lap down, but I believe back on track. Rich in 30th with his damage. Braxton 29th. As Lightning will clear for the pass. Marty Johnson continuing with his damage. Tringali with his damage. But there's the 7. Can we see any right side damage still? No, it's been repaired. Likely some sort of performance damage. But he's down in 29th. Eli Bright is falling back, I think, a little bit. He's down to 15th. Cole Deaver's got damage. He's plummeting in the order as Braxton's making another aggressive move. That's for 28th place on Daniel Voiles. There's Cavanero with his back end damage. Matthew Logan, remember, coming in 10 points out. He's 22nd right now. trying to hold on to 22nd at least. St. Beckett in the top 20 right now. A lot of mid-pack underfunded cars getting some good results right now. Eli Bright again, 15th place. Seth Cole, his luck's really turned around. He was outside the top 30. He's up to 14th now. As Bright is trying to hold on to 16th, but it looks like Brodemar might take that position away from him. Again, the 88 with some form of damage is just trying to hold out against teammate Hunter Braxton. Up ahead, Wyatt Anderson with a good run right now, 13th. Martin Wild in 11th. And then your top 10's right up here as Lightning leads. Him and Dylan Young have checked out as Sekuli races side by side with Gardner for third. Brommer looking towards the top 5 right now. And Brommer has to finish 33rd to lock in. Right now, last on the lead lap would be 32nd, so he's looking pretty good. But what a tough break for Nareza and Austin. Never had a chance to show if they could win this race or not. Zorlin had what seemed to be the car to beat. And a tough break for him. Brommer, maybe Brommer has got the new fastest car to beat because he's worked his way through the field. He's up to 3rd now. Can he track down teammate Dylan Young and leader Dale Lightning? Lightning looking to become the first driver to hit 6 victories. But a tough day for Joe Gibbs Racing. It looked like it was going to be a great day. And then everything fell apart. Lightning still holding strong. Over Dylan Young. Brommer, I think, is starting to reel them in. Let's see. Let's watch the ticker. And yes, indeed, Ryan Brommer is on his way towards the top 2. And I think the rest of the pack is kind of following him. They're single file again. Sekuli 4th. How about Fitzwater in 5th? Mendez 6th. Baranowskis trying to take 7th from Gardner. She's one of the drivers still in this race who comes in outside the top 10. Seth Cole, now he's charged into the top 10. And he'll move up to 8th. Gardner just not looking like he can hold the top 10 right now. Quinton Moore in 10th. Cole Deaver has ran right back up towards the top 15 after seemingly having damage. There's Eli Bright, 17th place. Braxton has made it all the way up to 21st, and he's looking for 20th from Cole Baker right now. So that door damage apparently not as bad as initially expected, or suspected rather, I'm sorry. Matthew Logan, I think, has damage. I'm not really sure if he does or not. I thought he got through it, but he's 23rd. Braxton moves up to 19th as he passes Donovan Cage. It's 2 positions to Bright. Neither driver has led laps today, so Bright would have to finish ahead of him to get that position. Right now, looking at the drivers outside, Logan and Baranowskis. Logan is behind them. Baranowskis is in 8th. So that would not be enough for her to hop them both. However, they are hopping Zorlin. Meanwhile, Zorlin, I believe, Baranowskis might be hopping him too. So I believe right now as we run, the drivers that would get eliminated would be Oskin, Nereza, Zorlin, Logan, and likely Baranowskis. But I could be wrong, but I believe that's what it is as they run. We're on lap 53 of 100. We're going to take another break as Eli Bright goes to the inside of Frodemar Ontz. He's looking for 16th as Hunter Braxton closes in. Welcome back to Charlotte Motor Speedway. Side-by-side battle for the lead between Dylan Young and Dale Lightning. Behind them, Fitzwater and Seth Cole passing Ryan Brommer for positions on the racetrack, 3rd and 4th. Brommer down to 5th. Baranowskis is up to 6th place now. Mendez in 7th. Sekuli 8th. Quinton Moore 9th. And Cole Deaver up to 10th. Battle rages on. Gardner down to 12th place. Eli Bright still 17th. Braxton still in 19th. As we're closing in on the second round of pit stops. And a lap now. As now Seth Cole and Fitzwater are side by side for position as Young will clear Lightning. But man, Seth Cole and Fitzwater are so fast they are closing in anyways. Man, oh man, they've got rockets under their cars. Trying to find the rest of your playoff contenders here. Matthew Logan, 24th. Andrew Rich in 31st, but he's locked into the next round. Same with Commons, 33rd, a lap down. But that is what you're looking at. Ooh, Lightning trying to get a run on Young here, and he'll make the move. Same with Seth Cole on Fitzwater, who passed him on the outside for 3rd. Could Zachary Fitzwater Sr. steal a victory here today? This race sure has been chaotic. Lap traffic up ahead. Johnson, Riggs, Rich, and Tringali are all very slow as it's 2 by 2 at the top of the running order. And for 5th place too between teammates Baranowskis and Brommer. That's for 5th back there. Will these drivers make it to pit road before they catch the lap traffic? Now it's just Lightning and Young side by side. Fitzwater holding on to 3rd. Lap 63 of 100. I don't think they can make it if they were to pit now. Young holding on. Seth Cole trying to pass Fitzwater on the outside. And Seth Cole will get blocked off the corner by Dale Lightning. And man, they are really inching towards that lap traffic. Brommer holds on to 5th over Baranowskis. Mendez holding on to the pack in 7th, but a 2nd plus back to Sekuli. Cole Deaver up to 9th, challenging Sekuli for 8th. As Dale Lightning will be the first one down pit road here on lap 64. Can he make it to the finish from here is the big question. Young, Seth Cole, Fitzwater, Baranowskis stay out. Deaver, Sekuli as well. Eli Bright comes to pit road. Hunter Braxton went down too. And it looks like Dylan Young will stay out. No, he's pitting. They're pitting right on the tail of the lap down cars. And that might hurt him a little bit. Cole Deaver stays on the track, and we have a caution flag again during pit stops of all things. And that's going to change everything. Right now, everyone who's just been on pit road is trying to get back around to be at least tail end of the lead lap. Eli Bright, Hunter Braxton are right on top of each other. There's Cole Deaver. Likely he'll make it on fuel from here. He was the only one who hadn't pit yet, I think, along with a few others. Donovan Cage, Matthew Logan, Cole Baker. And we'll see for sure who it is, that because they're coming to pit road now. Deaver coming down here. So we'll have to find out what the caution was for. It looks like maybe for Andrew Riches. There's a stack up at the back. And Hunter Braxton has damage. Jesse Turner has damage. Cavanero with damage. Man, oh man, what has this race become? And it appears to have been Deaver, Logan, Watson, Cage, Baker, Ice, Voiles that had not come to pit road yet. Skye Commons is a part of the tail end of the lead lap group right now. Remember, he pit coming to the restart. But let's see what actually brought out the second caution of the race. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the caution came out for debris apparently, as no one was wrecked on the racetrack. So, not really sure why we had to have a yellow flag there in the middle of pit stops, but that's what the officials decided to do. Tail end of the lead lap is Baranowskis, Young, Fitzwater, Ellison, Gardner, Lightning, Jones, Sekuli, and Eli Bright. Cole Deaver is your leader. And yep, Hunter Braxton is a lap down while Eli Bright is not. Well, technically they're all in the same position, but your top 7 contending for the win right now is Cole Deaver, Matthew Logan, Donovan Cage, Cole Baker, Benjamin Ice, Daniel Voiles, and Benny Watson. So see how much the damaged race cars hold up the front runners. But likely a lot of cars looking to get back on the lead lap with hopefully a quick yellow. And someone's holding up Cole Deaver right now. Deaver up top 3 wide as the craziness occurs in front of him. But he holds on to the lead for now. There's still 3 wide. Corey Riggs leads this group, and we know he's got damage. Deaver just trying to find a way to get to the bottom before anyone else. I think the first car on the bottom is Benny Watson. Deaver still stuck. Oh man, that was really close. Still trapped up top in the middle. Remember, these guys, they already pit. They didn't come back to pit road. Some of them might have for fuel, I'm not sure. Deaver right now in the lead, still looking for that first win of the season. But a lot of drivers on the tail end of the lead lap. I can't even really get you that playoff picture right now. Braxton's losing the tie to Eli Bright right now. That's one thing I know. Matthew Logan's up here in second, gaining a ton of points on the entire situation. Next time by will be 25 to go. Deaver advancing his lead over Matthew Logan. Right now, Eli Bright back a lap down. Drivers just trying not to be stuck a lap down if a yellow comes out. Logan in second, Watson's up to third, Boyles fourth, Ice fifth, Baker sixth, Cage seventh. These guys are really lucking out on the fact they decided to stay out another lap and the caution came out when they did that. As long as they don't get another yellow, they'll finish somewhere in the top 7. Man, Deaver is just pulling away from Matthew Logan now. Logan just stuck behind Riggs and Wild, and he can't seem to find the way around either of them. Denny Watson had a great race all the way back at Rio. He would love to get this top 5 finish. And apologies that I am running out of things to say. It's just kind of strange when things like this happen. And the tail end leaders are actually losing ground to Cole Deaver every lap because Cole Deaver has the freshest set of tires. Deaver's going to put all these drivers back a lap down if they don't get a caution. He's already gotten up to Sekuli, who's running 17th. Skye Commons, Jones, Lightning, Seth Cole, Gardner, Young, Fitzwater, Ellison, and Baran-Oscus on older tires compared to the leader, Cole Deaver. Benjamin Ice down to 7th. This is where he's at. Donovan Cage in 6th, trying to take 5th away from Baker. Boyles right there in 4th, right behind Benny Watson, who's 3rd. And then Matthew Logan by himself in 2nd. Logan, the only playoff competitor who really lucked out from this yellow. He's moved all the way up to 2nd from being just outside the top 20. His car has damage, so Deaver, who was rocketing up towards the front anyway, has just really benefited from this. $18 laps to go. I'm going to take a break, but the action will go nowhere. You'll stay on Cole Deaver, and I'll be back for some commentary in a few minutes, but for now, some crank it up action. Alright guys, I'm back. Hope you've enjoyed the voiceover free racing. We're down to 14 to go, and man, Deaver, 4-second lead over Matthew Logan as he just continues to put these drivers a lap down. I didn't even realize I had something in my pocket still from earlier. I don't know why I have to take it out. Alright, back to focusing on the race. And now I kind of wonder if anyone who has already pit has to pit again. You see Deaver, he's only got 5 cars left in front of him to put back a lap down to where he wouldn't care if they got another yellow because all those guys would be stuck a lap down. And he's just got so much more grip. See, he's 2/10 faster a lap. We ride on board with Cole Deaver. He's pulled 5 seconds on Matthew Logan. There it is. Deaver shoves his nose inside of Seth Cole. That'll put Seth Cole, who's running in 12th, a lap down. Dale Lightning in 11th. About an update on Hunter Braxton. He's 23rd. Eli Bright has fallen below him in 26th. It'll be 10 to go this time by at the start-finish line. Deaver will put 10th place. Fitzwater a lap down. It's not that these drivers aren't better than Cole Deaver. It's just Deaver's got a big-time tire advantage along with a really fast race car. But I mean, Deaver's best time is only 25th on the board. James Ellison's got the top time on the board. He's running in 9th. So Deaver's teammate right here. Oh, are some of these guys going to have to pit? No, Deaver's just running up top because he needs to. 9 to go for Cole Deaver. Now he's just kind of stuck. But the lead over Logan is continuing to grow. And Logan's just hoping that second will be enough to make the round of 10. Fight for 8th in front of him between Lightning and Baran-Oscus. Lightning perhaps trying to pass Baran-Oscus to try and get her eliminated. Eight laps to go. Deaver's tires, I think, maybe are finally falling off as he'll put Ellison a lap down. Skye Commons really lucked out from that yellow. He was a lap down in, I think, 33rd. And he got the pit under the yellow. Went back a lap down, but he's up to 13th now. So he's really worked his way through this field too. I mean, he's locked in from his win at Indy, but Deaver will put Baran-Oscus a lap down. He's trying to pass Seth Cole to do it to him too. But now, yeah, that tire wear is coming in for Deaver here. He's not making these passes as easily. Look at the huge gap from Gardner and Jones all the way back here to Sekuli. Matthew Logan second. There's the battle for third between Voiles and Watson, coming to 5 to go. There's Braxton. Braxton running in 23rd, Bright down to 28th. There's Baker, Ice, and Cage all at the back of this lead lap group. And Bright, man, his damage did catch up to him. Meanwhile, Deaver has gotten by everyone but Dale Lightning as far as putting people a lap down. Now, a really big question here is, do any of these guys have to pit that stayed out under the yellow? Three laps to go. If they do have to pit, they're going to do it in these last 3 laps. Oh, someone did. Catano came down. But I think he was the only one who came down. Deaver's going to pass Lightning. Eli Bright has come to pit road. Right at the end. Eli Bright can't make it on fuel. Oh, Dale Lightning's coming down. Dylan Young's coming down. That could be huge for Dylan Young, making the round of 10. Hunter Braxton stays out. Jesse Turner pits. At the end of the race, even with being a lap down, Andrew Rich is coming in, but he's 4 laps down. Deaver will come around this time by to take the white flag. Baranoskis has to pit. She can't make it on fuel. Sakuli. He's coming in. Braxton again staying out. Benjamin Ice, who's en route to a top 5, is going to pit coming to the white flag. But he's come close several times this season, and it took some weird caution flag luck for him to get it done today. But it'll be Cole Deaver winning his first race of the season in this strange race here at Charlotte. A very strange way to win for the 10 of Cole Deaver. And in 8 playoff races, it's the first win by a non-playoff driver. Now the real question, who made the round of 10? Matthew Logan 2nd, Voiles 3rd, Watson 4th, Cage 5th, Baker 6th. Benjamin Ice still got 7th after pitting. Seth Cole 8th, Ellison 9th, and Fitzwater 10th. Johnny Gardner 13th, Commons 11th, but he's locked in. Brommer 17th, Braxton 18th. Baranoskis gets 25th, Lightning 26th, he's locked in. Young 27th, Bright 28th. Rich 34th, he's locked in. Nareza 35th, Zorlin 36th, Oskin 38th. I believe all 3 of those guys are out. This race took so long to record. It technically took another hour on top of that because of the 2 failed attempts. But I guess I will try to record here in the future. Just the day track, not the night track, because it just doesn't want to work, I guess. But that's all for me here today at Charlotte. You'll see your point standings, and if I can find a way to take screenshots with the video. The last time it was like, oh, you can't take screenshots on NR. It's not compatible. So we'll see what happens. But that's all for me today at Charlotte. I'll see you guys at Darlington with hopefully Bandicam working.